Risings, everyone. Grand risings, everyone. Rich risings, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited for today. It is Monday, October 13th, and we will be talking about the wisdom of our womb. Thank you for joining. Sunrise, I'm not able to see the first name. Thank you so much for being here. For all of those that are joining via Zoom, welcome, welcome, welcome to Wake Up Everyone. Welcome, Facebook, and everyone that's there. Everyone that's coming to the space, please make sure to invite someone. My name is Natasha Amore, and I will be your facilitator today for Wake Up Everyone. So thankful and grateful to be here. We're just allowing space for everyone to come in. It's about 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you so much for being here. As we share space, welcome everyone. It's so appreciated to be here.
Tell us what to expect. We want to
Yes,
hear.
so today is one of the topics that I love, that I have grown to love, grown to be in community with, and to just hear feedback and to share my knowledge with the community. My name is Natasha, so I started off with as a Yoni Steam facilitator, then I moved on to being a doula, then I moved on to being a Reiki practitioner, learning more about yoga, learning more about how we can holistically connect with ourselves. I then began to do doula training, to being a doula, traveling nationally, and also doing working with the prisons system as a doula with the justice and teen prison, as well as a womb facilitator. I am so thankful for the Most High, just for the knowledge and the ability to continue on my journey. I'm a continuous student to continue to learn. So I welcome everyone in the space. Welcome Healthy Wealthy. Love that. Welcome Live Coach Rashida. We welcome you into the space. All our Facebook family, all our Facebook Wake Up Everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Today is day number 1477. I am in love with that number. Um, Thank you for being here at the Wake Up Everybody virtual community. Our session topic today is going to be honoring the womb, understanding its power, health, and wisdom. So thank you so much for being here and just honoring yourself by being here at this early rising. It is so grateful to hold community and space. And I'm so very excited to be here. Please note that please we can welcome and place some welcomes in the chat. Risings to everyone. We are here for an abundant and blessed session today. Thank you so much.
All righty. Looking forward to it. And like Natasha said, please do invite our other Woo family members who are not in the space, and then also folk in your networks that would benefit from being in this session with us. So let's get started.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together.
Thank you so much. It's always grateful and refreshing to watch that video. Welcome, 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 everyone. Risings to everyone. Thank you for Latifah for being here. Thank you, Live Coach Rashida, Healthy Wealthy SI, and our Facebook family. Once again, my name is Natasha Amore, and today I will be talking about honoring the womb, understanding its power, health, and wisdom. And for those that may not have a womb, but we will also can be focusing on our sacral chakra. Like I stated, I was a justice doula. I do Reiki, yoga, mindfulness instructor, and an only esteemed facilitator. And I'm more than happy to be here today. Thank you for taking your day. I know a lot of us may be off today, so just to begin your morning here is so refreshing, and it's so great to honor yourself. And we can go to the next slide.
All right, let me.
And thank you, Sister Shawnee, for holding it down here and on Facebook and presenting our presentation for me.
Of course, it's my pleasure, my love. Go ahead.
All right. All right. So what we'll discuss today is we'll just do an opening and grounding. We'll talk about the power of the womb, the health of the womb, the wisdom, and then we'll have a community reflection, sharing and any questions that you may have. If you have any questions or anything, you may please drop it in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to assist you. And then we can continue to share. Welcome, Professor Marilyn and Laura. We can go to the next slide. And our Facebook family, all those that's joining. So, the purpose of this session today is just self-awareness for the body. I know some of us here may also be in the space of doing womb work, healing, helping, assisting. We may be doulas. We may do a lot of things in the community in regards to it. But I just want us to come back to center ourselves and bring ourselves back to our self-awareness for the body. So that's the purpose, and everybody can be sure you too can set your own attention, and we'll go over that on the next slide. All right. So we always want to begin, I always like to begin just with honoring everyone in the past for our knowledge, our wisdom, right? We can start with an opening prayer, affirmation, and just a quick meditation or a moment just to honor everything. So if you can just take a moment, if you're available, please drive safe. If you're driving, if you're doing anything that you're not able to, is perfectly fine. We are here to be able to do that for you. But just to take a one deep breath in your nose and out your mouth just to release. And just allow yourself to arrive fully, your mind, body, and spirit to be connected here so that you can set your attention for the reason why you came today. And some of your reasons may be to learn, it may be to heal, it may be to release, or it just may be here just to join community for Wake Up Everyone. And we are thankful and grateful for that. All right. Grand Risings, Laura. We appreciate everyone that is here and joining. So we could just take a moment for our intention. We may set individual intentions for each one of ourselves. You may want to share love and light for someone that you know that may be navigating a womb journey. So we want to send all the blessings and healings to that. All right, just take a moment. All right, and we can move forward to the next slide. All right. So I pray and hope this space will be one of softness, truth, and renewal for each one of you. I want us to honor our bodies, our history, our stories, and the wisdom within from the past, present, and for the future. So the first question that I have for anyone that may be here, whether you're on the Zoom or you're on the Facebook, if you're able to share out loud or if you're able to share in the chat, please do. But what does the womb mean to you?
I'll start us off. Or oh, Teresa's up. All right, Teresa, you are ready. Dropped in and ready with the hand up. Go ahead, Teresa.
To me, what comes to me is that it's a place for hiding. It's a
Mm,
sacred place. It's a place of love. It's a place of healing. Another place.
All right. Who else wants to share what the womb is for them? Laura, go ahead.
Yes, Grand Rising. Thank you, Natasha. So for me, the womb is my sacred place. It's a calabash. It's a microcosm of Mother Earth. I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you. All
All
right.
right.
And Shani, did you want to share?
Yeah, I will definitely share. Oh, I see what you put in.
Oh no,
Oh,
I'm just placing in the chat just as a
yeah,
reminder to everyone.
yes. So for me, the womb is a gateway. It is the door, the first door that um, we pass through so that we can experience a new level of beingness, both spiritual beingness and also physical beingness. The womb is plush and flush with life, teeming with possibility, and also a space to create from, not just life and babies, but opportunity, possibility, and creativity. And I'm complete.
Thank you so much. That was definitely a complete word. I tried to paraphrase it as much as I could. So thank you. Laura placed a portal for life. I'm not sure if anybody shared on Facebook. Thank you so much, Rich Rising Tiffany, for joining us, and Teresa. Thank you so much as everyone comes in and join. We are now just reviewing what does the womb mean to us. So we had someone that stated the womb is a sacred place of hiding, healing, and love. It's a sacred place of Mother Earth, a portal for life, a gateway, the first door that we pass through, a new level of spiritual and physical beingness, flesh and plush, teeming with possibility, life, and babies. All right. So if you're not able to share, I want you to think about that today. What does the womb mean to you? And what does, even if you don't have a womb, what do you think that someone else's womb may mean to you? All right. And we may go to the next slide. All right. So what the womb means, right? So a lot of us said creation, right? So physically it is the creation. We may refer to it as the womb, some refer to it as the uterus, some refer to it as a powerful organ in the female body that nurtures and sustains life. It is where conception, growth, and birth takes place, right? That may be the physical definition. We all may have a different physical definition or meaning, just like we just shared. Emotionally, what that could mean is mirrors for our inner world and emotional cycles, right? When we think about womb, we think about different cycles. We may think about cycles. We may think about menstrual cycles. We may think about menopause cycles, many different cycles. But when we think about it emotionally, it is beyond biology. The womb holds emotions, memory, and energy. And it is something that I wish that they would have taught us throughout school instead of it being more of a physical. So it's always important to remind people that the womb can have an emotional meaning, right? Many believe it carries both personal and ancestral experiences, which can lead to joy, pain, loss, or transformation. All right. Then we have that spiritual meaning, which can be rebirth, manifestation. Some of us say connection, right? Spiritually, the womb is seen as our sacred center. Can be known as part of our sacral chakra. It can be a gateway between the seen and the unseen, the physical and the spiritual. And there's a lot of times where we hold that gut feeling, our intuition, our creativity, and our divine feminine energy, which resides with our deeper rhythms of our body and connecting with ourselves spiritually when we talk about our mind, body, and our spirit. Symbolically, right? We see a lot of different pictures of the womb. We may see it in 3D, we may see actual photos, we may see character photos, we see all of these things, right? When sometimes you may see wombs that have flowers on them, like some of them throughout my presentation. But when we look at that symbolically, it is the creation within us, right? So being that it is the creation within us, when you imagine your womb, you can imagine your womb with roses. It can be red roses, it could be white roses, it can be daffodils, it could be daisies, right? But we always want to symbolically know as a womb, as a portal of opening, right? It is not just the birthing of children, but the womb can be the birthing of ideas. It could be the birthing of our dreams. It can be the birthing of healing. And this is also where we can create the newer versions of ourselves. So by connecting with our womb and just knowing and understanding the many, many definitions of our womb can help us get more connected with ourselves physically, emotionally, spiritually, and symbolically. All right. And we welcome everyone as we're joining. We are talking about the power of the womb, and we may go to the next slide. All right. So when we think about the power of the womb, right? When we think about our ancestral and our cultural significance, right? When we stated that it is a sacred portal, when you think of womb, a lot of people connect sacred and creation to it, right? is transformation. It is honored throughout every traditions, right? You may know that it may be honored in a different way in African, indigenous, and Eastern traditions, right? When we think about the power, of course, when we think about power, a lot of people thinks of lights, they think about electricity, but when you think about power again, I want you to think about the power within, right? That energetic power, right? How it can serve as the center of our intuition, creativity, manifestation, and how it closely connects us to all of our emotions, all of our inner energy, right? When we take deep breaths, as we think about different things, as we use the restroom, as we hydrate ourselves, I want you to think about how does your womb play a part in this, right? How is your gut, even before you go to touch the lights, or if you feel things is off, how is your power of your womb really holding within the power of your thoughts, the power of everything that you may be doing throughout the day? And this is just a reminder. I know a lot of us here we know how powerful our womb is. Our womb has gotten us through a lot of different journeys. It has gotten us through a lot of different gateways and a lot of different times. But sometimes we just may need to just take a time to just thank our womb and appreciate it for the power. Our womb may not always agree with us, but we want to always have our womb stand in this power. And one of the things that I always state is when a lot of times I don't like to use the word empower because I feel like we all stand in our own power. We can just help remind people of their power. We can help remind people to stand in with their power. So when you think about your womb, I just want you to think about that power inside of the womb. And we may go to the next slide. All right. So the power of the womb, even if you just take a brief moment just to place your hand on your womb, and you may think it is. Some people like to put themselves in the V position to just place it there and hold, right? And as we do that, I want you to just think about these words and how you can connect these words with your womb. All right. We state sacred, healing, fertility, renewal, ancestral, connection, spiritual, guidance, nurturing, power, creativity, resilience, rebirth, creation, transformation, intuition, manifestation, life giving, source of strength, emotional, wisdom, flow, and alignment. I want you to just take a moment to look at the power of the words here and see what word that you associate or that you may connect with at this moment. And if you want to place it in the chat or the Facebook, please do. Welcome anyone that may have just joined. We are here with the power of the womb, learning about the wisdom of the womb. Thank you for joining Wake Up Everybody. My name is Natasha Amore. And as we are doing now, we're just taking a look at these words to see which word may resonate with you as of right now. I'll go first and I'll just place alignment in the chat. If anybody wants to share out loud a word that really stuck out to you as I stated them or as you take a look at the screen. Go just take a moment for that. Manifestation, yes. All right, welcome Cheryl for being here. Appreciate you. All right, we'll take one more moment. And if you're not ready, just think about these words sometimes. Intuition, thank you, Laura, for that. Just to review it. Even if you want to take a screenshot, we will share the slides with you. I do have a link for you to be able to share the slides. But just take a look. And when you think about womb, maybe put that word in front of it, like my wisdom of my womb, my flow of my womb, my alignment of my womb, my emotional of my womb, my strength, my source, my manifestation of my womb, my power of my womb. Just as a quick reminder and a takeaway for today. And thank you, Cheryl, for put life giving. All right, we may go to the next slide. So we talked about the power of our womb, right? And now we are going to be talking about the health of the womb. All right. So when we think about physical care, we think about the reproductive anatomy. As we stated, we may think about the menstrual cycle, and we may think about common conditions. A lot of us have at one point or may continue as of right now have feelings toward our womb, right? Every time you get your menstrual cycle, you may flinch, you may not feel that feeling, you may think of what symptoms you may have. You may have navigated fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis. You may navigate different things when it came to the womb. You may have had a hysterectomy. You may be navigating a hysterectomy. You may be navigating helping someone with menstrual awareness, cycle tracking, right? I can admit to you, I was not always happy with my womb. I was not always happy with my womb. My womb was screaming, my womb was talking to me, and I was not listening. It wasn't until I actually thought about the physical care of what I was actually doing and putting in my womb, sharing with my womb, and the things that I was doing with my womb, right? So when we think about that physical care, I'm always state that it may be a root issue, right? When I was not in the best of relationships and I was not connected to myself, I had endometriosis. I had stage 4 endometriosis, severe, and had to go undergo 2 surgeries. My body was screaming at me. I was put through menopause and many different things, right? The moment that I decided that I was going to write a letter to my womb, to apologize to my womb, I was going to release whatever wasn't needed to my womb. I did have to undergo the surgery because of the severeness of it, but I was able to begin again with my womb treatment. So please know at any time you can do physical care with your womb, no matter what stage you are at, right? When we think about holistic wellness and how we can support our womb, right? A lot of that is through nutrition. It can be through herbs. It can be through movement, such as yoga, dance, or even breath work. My favorite is yoni steaming. It can be through womb massage, and it can be just in general intentional rest. All right. So just taking a look at it. If you have anyone that comes by you or stating that they are experiencing anything with their womb, just ask them, when was the last time that you shared a moment when you listen to your womb, right? What are the things that you're doing throughout the day to be able to assist your womb in which you may be navigating? Just to take a brief moment to hold space for your womb. All right. And Sister Shawnee, we may go to the next slide. All right. So
Before
when
we
we
go forward, just wanted, because you shared so much powerful stuff, just want to check in to see if anybody wants to share. And then also, just when you think about this rich conversation about the womb, where do brothers fit into the conversation? Because we have Adam here and, others may join, and like, how do they need to navigate this conversation because they're connected to the womb as well?
Peace and blessings, sister. This is Latifa. Um, and to all our sisters and brothers. When you say our womb speaks to us, many times we don't listen to it. And most times we don't speak to it. But it's always giving us that transformation that you put before. And it's always giving us life, but we don't recognize it. And do we give it intention? Are we intentional about what we say to it? Yes. Oh my gosh, I got these cramps again. Oh my God. You know, and I think it's important for us to speak to our womb, not just the physical womb, as you were saying, but our soul is a part of it because we are wholeness. And when we are whole and we recognize this wholeness that we have, our souls will get into it. Our brains, our hands, our stomach, everything is a part of it. And yes, it gives us life and it causes us to nurture that life that we have and recognize what we have. Thank you for allowing me to share.
so much. That was such a eye-opening. That was very, very heartfelt. Thank you so, so, so much. The wholeness. Yes. And did anybody else want to share space or do we have any comments in Facebook?
No comments on Facebook. We have Laura who just dropped in a share. Our mothers and grandmothers use steam over pail of water and warm herbs. Sorry.
Right.
Yes. So in your culture, Laura, that was the practice.
I love
Yes,
that.
yes, Coach Shani, especially after giving birth,
Mm-hmm.
we had to sit over the pail with the warm water with the herbs for, a period of time until we cleanse the womb of any residual afterbirth, yes. And for menstrual cramps. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing, Sister Laura. I just want to repeat what you stated in the chat. Our mothers and grandmothers use steam over pill or warm herbs. And when we think about that, we are going to think about the four elements, right? We're thinking about air, we're thinking about water, we're thinking about fire, we're thinking about all of those elements to be able to assist postpartumly. When we think about fertility, when we think about all of that. And we have healthy, wealthy, and I'm sorry, I'm not able to see the next part of your name. Healthy, wealthy, and wise. Perfect. You want to share?
I certainly do. Peace and blessings, beloved Queen. Thank you for being here. So, the word that came to me while listening to you and hearing the responses is attention. Attention. What we give attention to. As a child, I didn't give much um, positive, high vibrational attention to my womb. That was not even a word in my vocabulary. I'm 64 years now, and um, the importance of sharing with the males how that was their first home, the womb, I believe will give more significance to it. We hold it, however, they were in it. So to have these conversations is necessary, giving attention to the womb, sitting over steam and herbs, letting the womb know. That's to me, that's communication. And that's what I'm learning now with my body is that it speaks to me. I must be still to hear it and then have courage to respond to it. So yeah, I'm gonna be sharing. I have a grandson now. And so I'm gonna be sharing this with the males that encounter me. That that's your first house. That was your first house. And so a level and degree of respect is necessary. I
Yeah.
don't have to be in love with my mother to respect my first house. So yeah, this is important to me. Attention.
Yes.
What I give attention to, with that I'm complete.
Yes, thank you, healthy, wealthy, and wise. That statement
Mhm.
speaks. You said attention. You said a lot of great things to be still to hear it, encourage to respond to it. And yes, like you stated, we were not taught, right? And for our brothers that are joining us, when we think about the womb, of course, we also can relate this to your sacral chakra, right? Where you feel your sacral chakra and your center is as well, and connecting, right? Connecting to be able to adapt and to know more, to connect more to the feminine side of the womb, just to know the knowledge to hold space for it as well. But really focus also well. You have a gut feeling and intuition. You have a divine feminine portion of yourself as well. And how are you connecting with that, right? By learning, educating, honoring yourself, or even holding space here with other sisters and other brothers to be able to be of new to be in the topic and the discussion. So we thank you for that and for holding space and being here to hear us, to also have your input. So we appreciate you, Brother Adam, for being here. I always love to see your name come up and to hold space with you. All right. And Sister Shawnee, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
I'll carry on with the slides for
All right.
sure.
But thank you. Thank you for all of your feedback. Sometimes we need to take a moment and take technology away from the slides, right? Healthy, wealthy, and wise. And when you stated, we should have learned about the womb, right? When we had our education, our few days of sex education and health, why didn't we learn? We learned not, they told us one thing, not to get pregnant, not to do this, right? But as we navigate and go back, right, even if you are able to commit to one of these, able to provide advice to one of these, or something that you can do, even if you're a male, you can also do this as well to help with the healing of, as we all collectively heal, we are healing each other, we are healing our generations backwards and forward, right? So you may not physically have a womb, but just by you holding space and honoring all the people, all the women that may have a womb can be of help and assistance of us. So just by taking some time, when we think about things, people are always advising us of things that we should do, like, oh, for the health of your womb, I'm just asking that we commit to at least one a day, right? It can be something really simple. It doesn't have to take a lot of time, but it would definitely help honor yourself. When I first became a yoga instructor, I did not want to sit on the mat, right? I did not know, but all I know that is when I had endometriosis pains, everyone would say, do yoga, right? But as I learned yoga, it helps. And we're at 7:30. But if everybody, thank you for holding space. We just have a few more slides that we'll be able, Sister Shawnee, to go through, and we will be wrapping it up. Just wanted to make you aware of that. But yoga truly does help with the circulation. It helps with tension. It really helps our core muscles. Even when it comes to males, it helps with our balance. It can assist with menstrual health and also as an emotional release, right? Do we have any dancers here? I know we do. I know we do, right? If you are ever dancing, when you think about your womb, and sometimes when you may feel, people may be like, I'm stiff, or I may not have the rhythm right. Try to find and connect with your sacral center and your sacral chakra to see how it can free energy in the body. When we think about the hips and we think about the pelvic area, think how you can creatively express and just do emotional release and enjoy. As of these days, I know if you're on social media, you see all of these young people dancing and doing twerks and doing all of these things. And even though some people may not agree with it or knowing, but think about how when you're seeing how they are connecting themselves, they may not know, but I'm seeing a lot of different companies coming up. Healing isn't normal, where they're just doing dancing, and they're helping with it. And then when we think about breath work, right? Our nervous system, right? Reducing stress, reproductive health, connecting, enhancing our energy flow. A lot of times I realized my womb was not open to flow, right? It was closed off. When my womb opened back up after I went through a situation, I felt it blossom. It felt different down there. It felt as though it truly, when I changed my diet and I did different things, I can feel the difference of what my womb feels like. And then once again, as we talk about yoni steaming, how yoni steaming can really, really help the herbal steam, right? When we think about ancestral, they didn't have birth control. They didn't have things to be able to assist. They really did use what they have in their kitchen. They used what they had in their knowledge to be able to sit in steam and how it provides. Even if you sit over a bowl of water, that helps your womb in so many ways when it comes to circulation, right? When we add the herbs in them, all of them have different meaning and intention, right? It can be a ritual of just self-care. Warmth can just be self-care, and it can also connect you back to your reproductive health. And then when we think of womb massage, we always want to lightly and gently massage if you don't have a massage therapist license. But a lot of people may use castor oil, or they may use different things to gently pelvically massage to improve the blood flow, to ease tension, right? To release emotional and physical stored trauma in the womb area, right? And then when we think about this word, rest, how rest really is very important. When we have surgery, they tell us to rest. When we do different things, it's rest. Allowing our body to repair. If we do not rest, we cannot allow our body to repair. We cannot restore our energy. We may want to keep going on and on, but we need to create our space, that space within ourselves to just reflect, right? So if you just take a moment a day to reflect on how did my womb feel today, or where am I at today, right? Emotional processing. When we think about emotional processing, everyone nowadays is saying journal, 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 right? Journaling may not feel good to some. Sometimes it may feel good, right? I'm a bullet journal person. Like you see, I will journal just in the chat. Like I just like to be reminded of certain words, right? Knowing journaling doesn't have to always be negative. It can always be positive. It can be a simple thank you for the power of my womb with a heart or a period or an exclamation mark, right? And we can also use intentional rest is how we create womb centered mindfulness. Our womb wants to rest just like we rest. And we may go to the next slide, Sister Shani. And one of the things that we also have already shared is just the wisdom of our womb, right? Listening to our body, right? When we feel those emotions and we feel that trauma, how it can definitely manifest in the womb, how healing comes through. And we said some of these words today through awareness, forgiving ourselves, forgiveness of others, and self compassion, right? The spiritual connection, how the womb guides our intuition, our creativity, and our dreams, and how sometimes we may doubt it, right? But we can reconnect through meditation, journaling, or ritual. And I want you to take a thinking of a wiser person that you may know. And if they share with you any wise words of the womb, if you want to place it in the chat, you most definitely can. And Sister Shani, we can go to the next slide. So when we think about the wisdom of the womb and how we can definitely reconnect back, like we stated, meditation, breath work, this definitely may be a refresher, journaling, movement, dance, visualization. Visualization is a very powerful one, right? Ritual, ceremony, through dream work, nature, connection, and affirmation and mantras. And when we think about dream work, we may place our hand over our womb before we go to bed. We may say a prayer, we may say an affirmation, we may say something powerful, or just say a word, right? That really can help with the wisdom of it. Laura placed in the chat, I used to feel ashamed to activate my womb when I danced in the past. Yes, Laura, I'm glad that you recognize that, and I hope you are no longer shameful of that. I look forward and love that you are dancing. And Sister Shani, we can go to the next slide. All right. So, like I stated, I'm Natasha Amore. I know we had a session. Sorry, I went over a little bit today, but I'm glad that we were able to connect. I do hold Yoni Wellness workshops. I will be posting it on my social media today where we will dive deeper. I was a Yoni facilitator for about 5 years now. I have helped assist more than 300 women when it came to Yoni steaming, to be able to educate with them, to be able to assist them with fertility, to be able to assist them through menopause, post-hysterectomy, pre-hysterectomy, to be able to help them and assist them with it. I was given with the guidance to be able to help others to learn how to nourish their body, honor with feminine wisdoms and with yoni steaming. So that's why you may have heard me stating that yoni steaming is very important. And we can go to the next slide, Sister Shani.
I'm
All right.
curious because you've shared, just the powerful work that you do. Anybody in the space experience yoni steam before,
Yeah.
or been in need of, you mentioned pre-hysterectomy, post-hysterectomy, or any, what is it called? The fibroid surgery. Um, is it myomectomy? Um, I, I can't remember. Maybe somebody in the chat knows.
Yes, you're right, Coach Shani.
Yeah,
My American.
myomectomy. So just I love that you offer those services, because sometimes we get the guidance from the doctors and they declare that we need surgeries and we don't do things to prepare ourselves, mind, body, and spirit for them. And there are different ways to prepare. So Yoni steam and the steamers in the space. Please do share. Laura says you have. I know I have as well. I've experienced it a few times. I actually have some herbs in the house that I can use for yoni steaming. I forgot I have like 2 packages from when I went a couple of years ago to do a steam. But Laura, you want to say anything about your journey?
Yes, Coach. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yes, I experienced severe fibroids issue. I've had surgery and I've done a lot of yoni steams. Before yoni steam was popular, it used to be the pain with the herbs, yes. So I've done quite a bit of work. The pastoral pack, sitting over the warm turpentine, stuff like that I've experienced, I've done. And is Mama Moot in the space?
No, she's not here this morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've done it
Thank
with
you.
her?
Oh, yes. You
Mhm.
remember she's the womb care
Yeah.
specialist.
Mhm.
So, yes. Thank you.
Ashe, thanks for sharing. Go ahead, Tasha.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that, Sister Laura. Grand Rising King Adam. Okay, Adam gave us some emojis in the chat. Thank you so much. So just allowing and knowing that this is a safe space for questions, any ideas. Thank you all so much for sharing. Yes, it is definitely a history of yoni semen. And just being aware of it, just being of knowledge of sharing it with someone, and aligning to see if it aligns with you. All right. And I thank you all for joining this morning. Thank you for taking your time out of this day for wake up everyone today. And I appreciate you. We can go to the next slide. It
You
will
have a
have my contact
you have a
information.
question or a comment. Martine has her hand up.
Okay, yes, Martine, Sister Martine.
Mhm.
Oh, she must be Facebook community.
Yeah, you're on
Can you
mute.
guys hear me?
Yeah, just speak a little louder, sis.
Okay. Yeah. I'm actually considering hysterectomy. I actually have a date set, December 1st. My surgery is scheduled. Um, I spoke to Laura the other day, and she's imploring me not to do it. And I think that being in the medical field and seeing less miracles, less, less of the benefits, less benefits of this type of work. I lost myself and got caught up in just, my womb is so angry at me. It's causing me so much discomfort and inconvenience. I'm just going to get rid of it. I can avoid getting cancer and all of these things. And so my family is trying to reel me back in. And I was trying to transition between Facebook and Zoom this morning, listening to you. And my Facebook cut off right at the part, Natasha, where you were saying that you were experiencing your womb being angry at you. And that's what I'm experiencing now. I've been bleeding since February and I'm just over it. So I invite y'all to reel me back in.
All right. Thank you so much for being transparent and just honoring yourself and sharing with us, Sister Martine. Truly appreciate that. Let me see. You stated a lot of powerful things when we talk about anger, and I just want to let you know that I was you at one point. I begged my doctor. I begged my doctor. I begged my doctor to give me a hysterectomy, and my doctor pulled me to the side and he told me no. He told me no. He told me, he said, I can lose my license for what I'm about to share with you. He said, but you hold too much light and you have too many women to help in this world for me to do that for you. And at the moment, I was very angry. I said, the audacity, right? So, Sister Martine, I would love to hold space with you and anybody else that you would like to hold space with you so we can just navigate, right? Sometimes we just need to go through that journey. I know you stated that you have been dealing with a lot in February, right? But would you make that decision if you were not bleeding at this moment or if you have not bled since February? So I would definitely like to hold a sacred space. I know this is a sacred space, but I also know that I would like to hold space just to take a moment with you, right? Sometimes all it takes is one person taking us to the side. One person just holding our hand on the side and giving us a reflection of how they feel. And for me, luckily, I was able to have a doctor do that, but that spoke volumes because think about all the women their doctor did not do that. And I'm so thankful and grateful for him. I was able to heal my endometriosis. I am here today. I was in the hospital constantly. I had blood clots larger than probably your screen, right? So I just want to hold space and I just want to pull you to the side just like I had someone previously pull me to the side. So thank you and I hope you have a moment. I know you told me about your schedule, but we would definitely hold space for you.
Yeah. And let me just say this because I think it speaks volumes. Um, Neither of the doctors that I went to go see even offered that to me. I asked for it. And the reason why I asked for it is because, like I told you, I had the conversation with Laura, but more women than not that I've had the conversation were like, why do you still have your there's so many women, that's what they're doing. So I'm so glad that that doctor spoke to you because your voice is needed. I know more women than not that have gotten the hysterectomy who have the issues that I do.
Okay.
It's becoming a norm now.
It is. It is. Thank you so much. And Sister Latifah, I know you had your hand up for a while. We are, would you like to share?
Yes, I have a question. I don't know if I missed it when the information was given, but what happens during yoni steaming? Are you sitting? Are you lying down? Do they use something? I don't know about it other than hearing the sisters say that it made them feel better.
Yes, thank you for holding space on that. So, when we think about yoni steaming, you who may have different positions, a lot of when we state that if a lot of people go to facilities now, there are a lot of yoni steam facilitators where you can go and you basically sit on, some people have thrones, some people have chairs, but it's basically like a pot. It can be a crock pot, it can be a stainless steel basin where it is a warm water that you are sitting over. Sometimes it has herbs inside, but you are not allowing it to flow to your uterus. You're allowing it to flow to your vagina, and it can be in different positions. Some people like to sit. Some people like to get on their hands and knees and sit over the bowl. But you are basically allowing the warmth of the water and the herbs to be able, and you're covered. So I wish I had a picture to be able to share you, but I'll be more than happy to come on here to just do one Yoni Steaming 101 to be able to share space with you. But yes, that is kind of, it's hard without showing you. But yes, that's what it is. And so heal thyself. You have the ability, my sister. Thank you, Sister Cheryl, for that. Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I hope that was the answer. All right. And Sister Shawnee, I don't think I have any more slides. I think it's just my contact information.
Yes.
I know it's hard to share this QR code. It's hard for you to take if unless you're on a laptop or a computer, but you can definitely follow me on natashaamore.com. And book a session. I'm mostly on Instagram at NQE Services. And if you would like a copy of the presentation, I can definitely share the link with you all under the live after this.
All right. And I'm dropping your contact information into the chat.
Thank you so much.
So on both Zoom and Facebook so that folks can have it. So let us move forward. Here's your contact information. Again, I dropped it in both threads so that folks can have it. So appreciative of what you have shared in this space. We can never talk about womb care, sexual and reproductive health enough in this space because of the crisis that we're dealing with in this country. And so I'm always like a proponent of bringing folks in that have this expertise. And doula, while it's a role, a position, a job for folks, a calling, I say, a purpose, it's also an energy and vibration that can be applied to anything. Like I need doulas for different aspects of my life. So I love that you have that expertise and can support folks with their laboring, their pregnancy. Like we're pregnant with possibility, gifts, talents, abilities. We need support with our transition. So I'm glad that you're able to provide that for our community. And love offerings and donations. So we encourage our community members here to give and to create the space for generosity to flow. And we are grateful that today the inspiration for giving is our beloved Sister Natasha and what she has provided in this space around womb care and womb work. And so, hold on one second. I'm gonna drop that in the chat so that we can do this with ease. And thank you for anyone in this space who has ever given to the Wake Up Everybody virtual community, and encouraging those who have not to try it on. Like the giving in this space allows for the fertilizer for us to continue with what it is that we provide on a daily, well, 5 days out of the week to this community. And who is up next? We just heard our beloved Sister Martine. She was also here the other day facilitating, and we're just grateful for the voice and the contribution. And so up tomorrow for a 90-minute session, Tuesday, October 14th is our Martine. And she's going to be talking about diaspora wars, Black or African American Part 1. Can't wait for it to experience it. And I'm also adminning, so I'm blessed to have a front row seat. Then on Wednesday, we have a 30-minute session with our beloved Marinés Rodriguez. And there are no words to describe her. Like, she's amazing. Water for Release is going to be her topic. And the Woo Nation welcomes all new members. We are so blessed to have our beloved sister Latifa in this space. You're still new and we love it. We love that you're unapologetic about sharing your voice and your energy. So thank you for being here with us and continuing to come. I want to encourage the community to invite other folks into the space. Like, we don't want to just hold what we receive and not share it with other people that are part of our extended community. Somebody, your cousin, your auntie, your mom, your friend, the person's colleagues on your job would have benefited from the subject matter today around the womb. So let's be generous in reference to our shares about what this space is and what it provides for others. So excited to announce that we are in Motherwit season. October of each year, we land in live and virtual space so that we can engage in the sacred space of Motherwit. This year, we're not doing a conference, we're doing a convening, which is a fancy word for gathering, for community dialogue and collective action. And our theme this year is The Future of Birthing is Now. And this Motherwit convening is being offered live and virtually, live at SUNY Downstate in Brooklyn, New York, for those who are in this tri-state area at 395 Lenox Road in the Alumni Auditorium. It's Saturday, October 25th from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Again, I say live and virtual, so you don't have to be in New York to engage in this sacred journey. I'll drop the registration link. This is the flyer, has a QR code if you have an extra device, your phone, and you want to register. But please do come through, family, and experience this amazing journey. And the reason why I'm really excited about doing Motherwit this year and the way that we're doing it is because of the attacks on our communities, the ICE terrorism that folks are experiencing that identify as immigrants. And when I think about people being detained, I think about pregnant and postpartum women and birthing people. And if you're pregnant and you're detained and you're not given the attention that you need, it can cause complications that can lead to fatal outcomes. And so we want to pay attention to that. When I think about men or partners being detained and they have a pregnant partner, they have someone in their lives who's just given birth, so they don't get a chance to be with their babies or their partner during this critical time and rite of passage, it really disturbs me. And we're experiencing cuts in medical coverage. We're experiencing cuts in programs and services because DOGE shut down so many programs, anything that was related to minorities. They were shaved or cut completely and threatened. And so this piece about birthing and Natasha's conversation is so critical, because if we can't birth safely, it's an existential crisis. We won't be able to survive as a people. So come through for The Future of Birthing is Now, and invite young people, because our focus is on the young ones that are coming up, having babies if they choose, holding space, becoming midwives, doulas, birth workers, holding space for conversations about birth. So come through. I dropped the link to register in the chat. All right. And our schedule for Wake Up, everybody, is Sunday through Thursday, 5 days a week. We gather at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're here 30-minute sessions on Monday and Wednesdays and 90-minute sessions on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And so grateful that we have this nourishment 5 days a week, and then we let it marinate and congeal in a good way on Fridays and Saturdays so we can apply it to our daily lives, like what we learn over the course of the 5 days. If you need to be reminded, we have an automated texting structure set up so that you can put in your text apps 74121. That's the number. just like you would a phone number, and then you put in the text box Woo Nation in all caps, and then you press send, and you'll be added to the automated texting to remind you to come in, and it will send you the link for joining in the morning. And if you want to stop it, same number, just type in stop in the text box, lowercase, uppercase, and just press send, and it will stop the text messages from coming through in the morning. And we want to thank you, family, for your presence and participation, for your love, for your attention. Your time currency is powerful and necessary in this space. And I want to keep reiterating, and we'll be speaking more about this in the days to come. Invite other people to come into the Wake Up Everybody space. If you want to register so you receive our e-blast, please do that. I'm dropping more information in here. I'm alone right now as an admin, so y'all bear with me. You can register at bit.ly/wake up movement, and that means you'll receive e-blasts and announcements on a regular basis. You can join us on Facebook. We have a private and a public Facebook page and presence. You can follow us on Instagram at Wake Up Everybody Virtual. You can subscribe. Please do subscribe and do this today on YouTube. bit.ly/woo on YouTube. We have all these recordings that we're adding more and more. And today makes 1,477 recordings of the sessions. And then you can email us with ideas, with testimonies, with suggestions for facilitators, or an idea or desire to admin, to volunteer in the Wake Up space. You can do what I do or what others do to keep this space going and flowing at info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. So right now we're going to celebrate our beloved sister, Natasha, for what she has shared. So please do unmute and let the love shower begin.
So much, Sister Shawnee.
Yes, thank you for
You brought so much.
Thank you so much, Sister Natasha.
just
It's such a
being
blessing
you
to
and
hear
just being
about our
such a
women and
generous being in this
things that we
space,
can do to
allowing
heal from it and things that we can continue to
yes.
love on ourselves. I really appreciate you and your time and energy that you have provided to us today.
Buenos días por la mañana.
I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Yes,
Thank you,
take care,
Tasha,
everybody.
for acknowledging
Yes.
me and the males that's in the space as well, because we play a very important role as well.
Ashe.
Yeah, I don't.
And